Well, I want to come here, and I've got to get this man away from me, because he keeps measuring me for a coffin. I didn't know they did it with a tape measure, but nevertheless, he's here, and he keeps giving to me a name of Scarlet. And he's there somewhere. That's where he is. And someone knows something to do with a man who must have been an undertaker when he was here, and seems to give me the name of Scarlet. Am I right? That's where he is. Oh dear. Nobody knows you. I'm getting something to do with Dereham Road. It's something to do with someone that knows two people. And I felt that I had something to do with George and something to do with Herbert. And the gentleman seems to be where the gentleman is that put his hand up a little while ago. Do you know that, sir?
Yes, I knew George Scarlett, who was an undertaker in Norwich, and I knew two other undertakers in other parts of the country.
Oh, there you are. I've got this contact, you see, here, and I also heard a voice say to me, "Tell him that I knew Mr. Fitt."
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
You knew Mr. Fitt. Well, I've got this contact here, and every time I walk, he walks with me, measuring me up, so I know. And I'm worried, you see, because I said to God, keep me alive until the celebrations of the centenary are over. And as we're coming to the end of this one, I'm wondering if he's reminding me I'm coming to the end of things, you see here. But will you accept, sir, that he wants to make this contact, you see here?
Yes.
He is talking about this Dereham Road, and he also says to me here that he knew a man that you knew by the name of Spear.
Yes, I knew Spear.
Mr. William Spear.
Spears.
Is that correct?
Yes.
They called him Bill.
I don't know that.
Well, now you know, because that's what I got. So that has come through, and I'm told to go to a road that could be called Thank Road or Unthank Road. I don't know which it is.
Unthank.
Pardon?
Unthank.
Unthank. Then you know Mr. Spear, because he had a contact with a road similar to that. Would you know that?
I can't place that.
All right, well, will you know?
I will.
Don't forget, when you find it, do apologize to me about it.
I will.
Because I like to know, you see, and it is important that it goes. Don't take this wrong, what I'm going to say to you. But when you were at home, did you have marks on a wall
Yes.
when you grew?
Yes.
Do you know, there's a gentleman here, and he keeps on saying, I used to put the mark on the wall to see if he'd growed any.
If he could reach.
Pardon?
Yes, he did.
That's correct, isn't
Yes.
it? Yes, he's here and wishes to be remembered there. And I've to tell you that they brought a dog here.
Yes.
And it was a dog that was in this house
Yes.
at that particular time.
That's correct.
And they're talking about a gentleman by the name of Jack. And he was a friend of your father's.
Yes, he was.
That's right. And you remember the Morrises as well, don't you?
Yes, I do.
That's right, because they're here. And there's a gentleman also that worked on the railway. And I want to go to something to do with the railway that was not very far from you.
That's correct.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And they want me to ask you of some concern to do with David. Who is David, sir? Someone living here?
I can't think. I know several Davids, but I can't think of a concern.
I see. Will you keep that in your mind?
I will.
I don't want to, sort of force it onto you.
No.
But I know you're going to know what I'm giving to you.
Thank you.
All right? And just be a good lad. I'm told, sir, I mean, we all have to go to the bank. Well, I don't know how you are, but I don't like the manager smiling at me too much. I go in and try to miss him if I can, because when he smiles, I think, what's he want, here. But you've been going through a very funny period, and it's a period of where you've had to weigh various things with each other.
Yes.
And you had some news a while ago that didn't go down awfully well, because you were a little upset of why you'd be able to get through this year if this situation carried on. I've got good news for you. The whole situation is turning the corner, and I'm quite sure you'll come to the end of this year much better than what you're thinking at the present time.
That's good.
You understand that?
Yes.
That's what I've come to tell you, and it is to make you feel happy about things, and not to let yourself get too disappointed. Do you live in Westfield?
No.